hard to beat any team turning the ball over 5 times, but particularly one as talented as Notre Dame, right?
Oh, definitely. The last thing that I talked about with the guys in preparation is that the number one stat that really matters in football is turnovers. And, pointed out that, Notre Dame, I believe they were plus 12 in the turnover margin. And if you watch kind of the course of their games, they capitalize too. They're one of the best teams that I've seen in terms of capitalizing on other people's mistakes. And obviously, first play of the game, Chris is trying to go field the ball, but we put ourselves in a hole right out the gate. We're down 7 points. We're chasing a touchdown, and I thought we battled for a little while there in the first quarter. And defense came up with a couple stops, and then we just we forced a couple plays, and they made a couple plays. And next thing we're chasing 4 scores before we knew it.
Yeah, Sanker recovered the muffed punt.
Mm-hmm.
You guys look like you're about to go in and score. How kind of devastating was that fumble with Kobe?
Yeah, and the tough part and those guys in there that had turnovers, man, they're feeling it more than anybody, right? Because they want to do their part to help their teammates, and it wasn't like they were trying to go out there and not take care of the ball, but. And that was tough there because I think we were at about the 12-yard line, close to the 10-yard line, and ball comes out. And football play, but you got to finish with the ball. We talked about the mentality of handing the ball to the ref. That's kind of the mindset. If you hand the ball to the ref, then that means that you've possessed it all the way through the ground. And Kobe was obviously visibly upset about it because he wants to. He's an unbelievable teammate, and he wants to do well. But, hey, we got to go back to work. I got to coach better. The staff's got to coach better. We got to figure out how to fix the technique issues that we may be having, and then build the confidence to be able to take care of the football when you have to.
You said from the start of the season you were going to need both quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Tony came in and did some good things today. Does that give you something to think about going forward?
Yeah, I mean we got 2 games left, right? We got Senior Day coming up in Scott Stadium. That's extremely important, and then we got an opportunity to play in a rivalry game in the last game. And man, we're fighting. We're scrapping for postseason play. That's been a huge goal of ours as a team. And so we're going to look at whatever gives us the best opportunity. And I told AC that man, it wasn't anything that was final. It was just, man, we were struggling on offense, and we needed to see if we could find a spark. And I think it was, at that time the right thing to do. And then we'll go back, we'll look at the tape, we'll evaluate it, we'll discuss it as a staff before we make any decisions going forward. I think it was just a situation in the game where, man, the offense needed a spark, and we were trying to see if Tony could give us one.
I was going to say, Calandria, you think he's just trying to make too many plays as the game starts spiraling?
Yeah, I don't know about that as much. I think the one, where he was trying to get it to X, rolling to your left, throwing back to your right, probably is taking too much of a risk. I think the other one going to Mal just didn't see the safety on that one. So. He's been much improved, and that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on, the positive strides that he's made and evaluate the things, kind of that went wrong in this game, and then, make a decision going forward. But, man, I'm still a huge fan of AC, and I hate it because, it's one of those situations where here we are, trying to find a spark on offense. But I know he's a competitor, and he'll compete and he'll take ownership, just as everybody in that locker room, because it wasn't just AC. So we're focusing on AC, but we had other turnovers and then other plays in the game. Where all of us are gonna want back. So, we got to take a look at everything, just to help this football team and these young men pick themselves up off the ground the right way and show back up on Monday ready to work, because we got a lot of opportunity still ahead of us, right? Obviously, this is a non-conference game, but we got a chance to finish out with 2 more ACC games, and have a chance to win 5 ACC games, and we hadn't done that since this staff has been here. So it's a ton of opportunity. We got Senior Day and then we got a chance versus our rival. So there's still a whole lot out there for us to play for, and I believe that we got a prideful bunch in there that'll respond the right way. It's just tonight, man, we things started spiraling fast, and we couldn't pull ourselves out fast enough.
Could any of the guys who got banged up have gone back in? I mean, the game, it was pretty one-sided at that point.
Yeah.
Holding some guys out with caution.
Well, it was just at the direction of the medical staff. So I'd have to confer with them to find out if there was anybody that they would have felt could have. But I would imagine the way that they held him out of the game, they felt like it was in the best interest of the young man. So I didn't question it.
Did James re-injure his same foot?
Yeah, he's been banged up, and we knew it was going to be sore, and it got sore on him. And so we also too coming in felt like he was going to be on a snap count, type of deal, that he wasn't going to be able to go the entire game, and we didn't plan on playing him the entire game. We had probably about a 30 to 35 snap count range on him, just because he'd been out for so long and the amount of practice time he had. We thought that was the equivalent amount of snaps for him. Corey, it looks like it's a head, so we'll see head and neck. So I'm not sure the exact, but they felt like after what he explained to him on the field and then in the tent, that it was best to keep him out the rest of the game.
Leading up to the game, you talked about Notre Dame's speed, that turned out to be a big issue, particularly on offense, number 4.
Yeah, he can run. He can run, and what was most impressive, to be honest, was their ability to break tackles. Right, they broke a lot of tackles and extend plays, and I thought they ran hard, and I thought he made a really good cut on the long run, and obviously he was pretty clean all the way to the end zone. So yeah, but overall I think 4 runs really well, and I thought defensively, early on they were kind of moving us off our spot, and were a little bit disruptive early on, but hey, they made the plays, we didn't.
The game, it got to 35-0, but you got those 2 touchdowns. What can that do for a team, battling to the end?
Yeah,
Give something to show for it?
just I don't know if the scores as much as just knowing that, man, we fought all the way to the end. We battled, and man, guys were down. We had some young guys out there, some reserves out there, and they just kept battling. They never quit, and so I think that's the sign of a team that has a chance. Right, it'd be different if kind of they gave up and just packed it in. But again, that's a prideful bunch in there, and we'll regroup. Staff and players, and we'll get back to work on Monday, put together a really good plan for a really good SMU team, and go battle and see can we find a way to send our seniors out the right way in Scott Stadium.
Defensively early, I think it was 3 straight 3-and-outs after the first
Yeah.
touchdown, and then you guys lost some starters to injury.
Yeah.
Is that the difference, what you see early, that what you guys have some success?
Yeah, I think just and then you start giving them short fields, and you look up, and next thing you know, the time of possession. The time of possession, they're on the field, and then I looked up at one point, and you look at the snap count. We're down in the 50. It's late in the game. We're in the 50 range, and they're up in the high 60s to 70s. So you just the compounding effect of short fields, multiple snaps, not a ton of rest time, and then you're playing with some guys, that need reps but might not have had as many reps, and so man, the game's moving fast, and so it's good for those guys though, right? Because they're going to learn, right? Now that they've gotten snaps in a game like that, how fast the game moves, then that'll give them more incentive and motivation to make sure from a practice standpoint they're really taking full advantage of the reps that they get in practice, so they'll be prepared.
Considering the way things unraveled in that second quarter into the locker room, kind of what did you tell the team to kind of regroup that?
Yeah, you spot them 4 scores with the turnovers, in short fields. Like, you can't expect to beat a top 10 team turning the ball over. So what I told them is, just told them the truth. Like we earn right where we're at, boys. Kudos to them, but it's really about us. We didn't make the plays, right? And we gave them short opportunities, and they're going to capitalize. They're supposed to capitalize. That's what good football teams do. And so now we're going to find out what kind of heart we got. Are we going to keep running? right? Are we going to try and chase them down, or are we going to pack it in? And I think the guys responded the right way. They kept fighting. They kept battling. Man, we had guys at going out and coming back in, getting banged up, playing through it. So, proud of that the guys kept fighting, kept battling. Now I got to do a better job, and the staff has to do a better job of just helping them from a preparation standpoint, so that we can minimize the turnovers.
Can you get a fair evaluation of Musket when it comes in late against backups? The games aren't.
Well, I mean,
You already know.
this situation is probably different than the other ones this season, because he's in there for the second half, right? So he's in there for the second half, and they're playing. They're still playing Riley and all of their guys. trying to go add more points. So this situation is different than the previous situations. And again, we're going, and we need both of those guys, right? And for me, I'm not turning this into a quarterback controversy, right? It's unfortunate. It was a game where, man, we needed a spark, and we felt like the right thing to do was to give Musket. And then now that we have this body of work to look at, man, we're going to go back as a staff, evaluate it, and figure out what's the best path forward. But, man, still, man, we need both of those guys. We need both of them to be ready to play at a high level to give us a chance to win.